It's right there.
Because he pulled in one of
I just gotta start this camera so I can see if it's catching everybody.
I got an almost 2-year-old too, if you want her.
I just like take him and love him and then give him back. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, when they get fussy, you take them in.
Yep.
Hi, Michael.
Hello. Would you pass those to Todd, please? Absolutely.
Michael, where'd you get that gray hair?
I don't know. I found it somewhere.
Oh, goodness.
I must have wanted to you. Or these are
Steve's dog got loose.
yeah, intake forms.
I saw a dog running when I was driving home earlier, and I was like, I think that,
So
is it
Paige,
next to the post office on the other side? That's how I thought, it looked
she
familiar.
got two of them
That's my dog.
this weekend. I will have
Well,
to
he has a big house. He's a cat.
this
Well, Larry, he was on our front porch.
and Paige.
And I heard Larry say, get out of here. And I said, what is it?
Refunds on
Something
her
dog.
damaged
It's
deposits.
Floyd. It's Floyd. So he finally, you told me.
Oh, I don't see that time.
It was across the street
Yeah,
by Ellie's.
we don't have dogs around us. We just-
Mine or Steve's?
Go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Probably mine too.
Okay. Meeting minutes from June. In attendance were myself, all three board members, Todd Craig and Mr. Clark. May 2026 meeting minutes were read and approved by the board. Open issues were the town website. Grant reimbursement for the furnace expenses and the Henry County Community Foundation dumpster rental. Steve Thomas kind of took over the website, trying to see if we could get that up and running. And anyways, he had contacts, so I handed that job off to him. I suggested just checking the online rental calendar and making sure the PD's only taking up the necessary spot that they need if there's a rental, so that the closer spots are available for customers. Walmart donated $100 for the paint to be used on the tire planter project that Jennifer was completing. Dog bite incident that was discussed the prior month, we found out was actually the third time it had bitten someone. Rental funds were received. Jennifer was checking to see if the prison would put Greensboro on their work list crew. Fire department had a pancake breakfast scheduled. The dumpster rental with the Henry County Community Foundation was okayed by the board, but it was still pending at that time as to the dates. The mower was broken as reported by Jason, and Jason and Michael were going to check for estimates on repairs. Jason wanted to put on a fireworks show this 4th of July in the park. The board approved the event. Flags on the utility poles were going to be replaced. There was also a sports equipment donated and placed at the basketball court for public use. Michael was looking at the community building entrance sign to assess it for replacement and cleaning. Misty was going to post on Facebook requesting assistance working in the park. Police department reported their stats for the month. The speed trailer was needing software updates. The police department was working on putting a car show together and the purchase of a shed or some other type of storage building. So that is pretty much it for June. I didn't make very good notes for myself. The dumpster rental, I did post on Facebook. There's dates verified, and it's like next week. I believe it'll be out. I've got up on the flyers right down there, and it'll be here for a week. So got that going. We talked about, I think, that Community Foundation wouldn't give us the grant for the furnace because they won't do reimbursements. It has to be pre-funded.
Right. And that
Um,
was when we talked, that they may help with mower repairs.
Right. If we get estimates, I could ask
Yeah,
them.
they're supposed to pick it up this week, so.
The next installment, because they did a 2-payment installment on our insurance, that is actually due, but I had asked her more than once to talk to me, come to a meeting, talk to the board, send me an email, something about how we can reduce our costs on this insurance because it just goes up and up and up by thousands of dollars every year. And I never know until after the first year, she sends me, oh, here, pay the bill. And I'm like, well, why did it go up $3,000? Oh, well, there was this and that and another. And so it seems kind of too late to do anything about it. So,
How much are they charging you?
oh my gosh.
Because at one time, they were charging $6,900. They sent me a big packet of all the stuff that it covered. I highlighted everything that our town had. And I went and talked to David Bundy, who works at Finnegar. Is that where you still have it?
No, it's at McGowan's.
Okay, because we had Finnegar then. And I talked to him and I said, this is all we have. We don't want to have to pay for tracks we don't own, for all this other stuff that Newcastle has. And I said, we don't have any of that. They reduced it from $6,900 to $3,700 when they took all that other stuff out. Because I said, we're just going to drop it and go somewhere else if you don't. And they did. But I had to go up there and go over line by line what we needed covered and what we didn't.
Well, seems like they can either explain it or they can reduce it. That's the way I look at it. If you can't explain it to me, then.
Do they not send you something showing everything? that's
They
in the
do.
policy?
They send a packet every year. I can't sit here and tell you that I totally understand or know what all that stuff is or if it's necessary. And that's what I'd like her to,
Well, if you go
do a
through-
better job of
yeah, go through there and
explaining.
highlight what you want covered and the rest you don't.
If
And
you
then
need
take
help
it
with
to,
insurance, I have my insurance licenses too.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Commercial type insurance? I'll probably think of something later, but I can't think of anything else I have really to update you guys on. I haven't heard anything from Steve to know how he's doing on that website, but evidently no news tells you what you need to know.
Jason, you have any new business?
I wasn't expecting to go first.
Jennifer, do you have new business?
I wouldn't expect you to go second, no.
I don't, so.
I know there were some issues by reading the Greensboro Gapper, so I don't know if you want to just go to that.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, that was going to be part of my question, is in the situation of the one property, we can send probably all the letters we want, but can we contact the bank since they are the
Well,
owner?
that property sold on July 2nd through the sheriff's sale.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
So I'm assuming he will have 30 days from that, once everything clears to get out, and then the bank will come in and,
Cool.
or whoever purchased it.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, but if it's sold in the sheriff's sale, they have a year to come back and pay all the advertising fees, the lawyer's fees and everything, and then it will stay with them. If it's in the tax certificate sale, which is usually the one in the fall, then they have like 30 days.
well, I know it's been locked down for 3 years.
It
Yeah.
was foreclosed on in July of 2025, and then it went to sheriff's sale yesterday, or the 2nd of July. That's as much information on it as I could gather.
So you're not positive that it's sold?
It says sold.
It does say
Yes,
sold?
it does say sold through that website. But the next step from there, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that, when I went to the sheriff's sale a couple of different times, that's how they explained it. There's a tax,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a
Yeah, you have
sheriff's
to come back
and
and
there's
pay it all.
a tax certificate sale, which is a different. And if it goes the second time in the tax certificate sale, you get a certificate and they have like 30 days. But if it's just in the tax sale, of course, this was several years ago. If it's just in the tax sale, then they have a year to come back, but they have to pay all those fees, to get it.
Is that different than a foreclosure? The tax sale is just for back taxes, I thought, right?
Yeah.
Is that?
It was under the tax sale, is that what it was?
No, it wasn't a tax sale, it was a
This
foreclosure
was
sale.
actual-
Oh,
The mortgage company.
because I saw their name on the tax sale too.
Could be both.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because there was
I was gonna say, probably look at that,
Probably
you can't even
doesn't-
see the house when you drive by
What
anymore.
I found was bank foreclosure sale.
Yes.
And then, yeah, it's normally 30 days to vacate the premises.
And at that point, does the town go ask I mean, I know a lot of the neighbors have or whatever, but shouldn't it be like the town go and say, hey, do you need help? Is
I
there
did.
something? You did?
We
did.
have. This
More
issue
than
was brought
once.
up last year.
Yeah,
also.
I've more than once, I said, man, I mean, just the front and side yard, if you
Yeah.
want, I said, I'm not gonna move the whole thing.
You don't.
And he said, no, I don't care. He said, they're coming to get it, it's just when. He said, I was gonna live it when they did.
That's too bad.
So how does that go to the other end of town now? Like, 'cause
That's in the
that-
county.
That's not going into a sale, so we
That's
still
in the
have that.
county, I'm not sure how we can.
Oh, it is, that's not even.
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, because ours starts it stops at School Street,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
it?
School Street.
So
There's,
East County.
there's a little bitty spot of the front yard that is considered town, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Who even owns it?
I'm not even sure. Somebody from Indianapolis.
And it's, I guess one of them lives in Muncie or something.
Yeah. But when I looked it up on Beacon Snyder, it goes back to somebody in Indianapolis.
And
They've
someone
actually
had-
got it listed on Facebook Marketplace for rent.
Oh, no.
Someone had mowed it,
I mean, we do have an Airbnb.
and the guy showed up and threatened to have him arrested for trespassing
That's a tax write-off.
You mean because somebody mowed it?
because they were mowing it.
So what do you have to do to go through the county? Do they have to go through the county to make, for the county to make them do it?
I'm not sure if the county has, if it's a 3 times a year thing through the county or not. But I know it used to be, but I don't know if that's still up to date or correct. But they used to say you just had to mow your property 3 times a year.
Yeah, that's what our ordinance says, I know. And we made ours off of the county. We just copied it.
Yeah. The only thing is to do is try to annex those houses in.
I know that the last house, I spoke to them about that after, when they moved in, and they were against that. Roger and Lori.
Where are we with the ordinances? The last thing I heard is that nothing has been done with them. So what's up with that?
We really can't move forward until we get a town attorney,
Uh-huh.
and finding an attorney within our budget has been a big struggle. Most of them want around $3,000 to $5,000 retainer each year, and we don't have that right now.
Well, we had a on-demand thing. We didn't pay a retainer.
Yeah, we
Not
can't find
everyone I
anybody
talked
to
to
do
They
that.
won't let us do that anymore.
No, because the one lawyer that done that retired, and then when,
Ryder, have you talked to John Lansinger?
yeah, we spoke to him, we spoke to the guy
That
in
was a guy in
Greenville.
Greenfield.
Morlock,
Yeah, Greg
his
Moore.
associates.
I thought we had a deal worked out with Morlock at one time.
What we kind of did, we thought.
He was gonna have one of, not him, but one of the lower people
Mhm.
help us on an
I
as-needed
think-
basis.
They were, I think the chief, the old chief, yeah,
Yeah,
was supposed to go meet with him and that never happened.
I think maybe they did. We just ruined it.
Well, that's where it should be the town board doing it and not the police department, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had.
We did,
Oh, I'm like,
yes,
that,
we did.
we shouldn't have the police department doing that.
So why did
No,
John?
but there's things
He did.
that they have to cover too.
Right.
That's in
Like in
there.
the police ordinances,
And, yeah, I think,
yeah, and
Could
he
be-
didn't
they
go
could be
when
part
Jason and
of
I
it, but
went.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
be just.
yeah, I think he put a kibosh on. To say nicely.
And
Well, I went to school with John Lansinger from seventh grade.
Well, then you go talk to him, Mary.
That's what I wonder, what did he say when you talked to him? Of course, he's probably retired, but his son Joe
yeah,
is taking.
he had
over.
retired and I don't remember the exact conversation, but they wouldn't do just a non-demand fee. They wanted a retainer up front. That's been a year and a half or so, the last time we spoke with them.
I'll see if I can get on.
Which I kind of understand with
See
all
what
the amount of
John-
paperwork they have to put together.
Right. I mean,
They
I
want
wouldn't
another
agree
get
either, but.
Yeah, and that was one of the issues with Greg Morlock was the current ordinances that we took to him was almost 300 pages.
Yeah, and I got it
And-
down to like 20.
Yeah, and he wanted it under 16, and then when everything with Pickens happened,
Like
it
small
just,
font.
right, yeah. Which I don't think, if we could keep it under 20 pages, I think that's plenty for this town.
I was gonna say, we shouldn't have.
Yeah, so,
The ordinances that we passed were on 3 pages.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I said we
We
shouldn't
shouldn't
have more
have
than 10.
no,
well, and this was ordinances that the old chief had given me to go by. And so I just kind of used the old ones and what he had given me and just kind of put it together.
Is there a noise ordinance in there? Sorry, I just,
no,
okay, I should thought it.
not currently.
It's not in the nuisance ordinance? The noise thing?
So then has anybody went and talked to that person that you are referring to?
I have.
Multiple people have multiple people
Yeah,
call the
I
police.
I've never called the police, but I've talked to her. I have her phone number, I called her. Sometimes I say, the bass is so loud and it's vibrating my floor. Can you turn it down just a little? And that was shortly after she moved here. And so, at first she wouldn't, but then she started. But I don't always contact her, but it is
And
sometimes
it's not
way-
just her
way
complaining
too
either.
loud.
There's been other people that have called the police multiple times, they didn't get to make a meeting. They called 3 or 4 times and complained. I don't know if it's when you guys are on duty or it could be the sheriff's department that came out, but
Right now,
I can hear it, I live on Mill and I can hear it in my house with my window shut and my TV on. And I just think and it's late at night when I'm hearing it. I don't care that it's during the day, it doesn't bother me, but when it starts to get after 10, it's like, okay,
Mhm.
it's enough.
Do you have a copy of those ordinances?
we've ran off the state
Those 5
ordinance
ordinances
as far as
that we
noise.
passed?
Yeah,
10
Because
o'clock
I
is
thought
supposed to
that
be
noise ordinance.
That's what
was
she
in
state
nuisance
ordinance during the week.
yeah, that's what I thought.
1 o'clock on weekends.
Okay,
Everybody
Oh,
thinks it's,
she
everybody
has-
thinks it's midnight, but it's not. It's
She
1 o'clock
thinks,
on
she does
weekends.
have it on until 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'm like, oh my God.
well, it
I
doesn't
wouldn't have
matter as
my
long as
windows
during
open.
the week, because it's after 10 during the week.
Well, I know I was talking to her one day and a Greensboro police officer came by and honked his horn. And I said, oh, is he honking to say hi? And she said, no, it's probably because of my music. So I know she's aware
Okay.
of it, so.
And I did speak with the chief regarding that today, and he's either going to speak with her or have an officer go back and speak with her again.
Okay. I mean, it's even on the Airbnb, like ratings or whatever, it says people are playing music past 10 o'clock when you're staying and stuff, so it's just, community, it's other visitors that are coming and staying as well.
I was gonna say, the only time I can ever say I've heard it after 10 o'clock, of course, I'm normally in bed, but is on weekends.
You can hear it all the way to your house.
No, I can't hear it
I
at
was
all.
gonna say, okay.
And which is amazes me because it aims right down that alleyway, right at me, and I can't hear it at all. Once in a great while, I
Your house
will.
is a little bit further, so.
Yeah, once in a while I'll hear it, like, but I can hear yours all the
Yeah, you
time.
can probably hear
but
mine, yeah. And I heard Drew's the other day, or there was like a brown truck down there, I didn't care, it didn't bother me. I mean, it wasn't that loud. I mean, we all play music, probably, a lot of people do, but.
But we have to respect our
But
neighbors.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the people around
Yeah.
us. so.
That's why I wear headphones.
I mean, I didn't like it when I got
Can we talk about dog parking too?
I just sing.
Take that up again. I'm just.
But no, I mean, that's always been what the old used to do. That is one. So that's kind of what we just adopted and go with.
And I,
Do I?
That's sort of like-
Well, yeah, you know, but
I feel like that's the way to do it.
there are some places that have an 8 o'clock ordinance on noise. That's a little,
It's,
you know,
I don't think it's the music so much as the volume.
Yeah.
and I understand that. I do. Because I've stopped to try to talk to her and can't hear her over up the radio. And I'm like,
Well,
and we're this close. And I'm like, I'm deaf and I hear the boom, boom, bump, and I can't hear a word you're saying. So, I mean, I fully understand.
now I have a question about, and I've asked this before, and it's a general, what do each of you have different duties that you do for the town? Or do you all three do the same things? Or what? I would like to know what the president does and what he's responsible for. Jennifer, what you do and what you do.
So
Just
in
like,
general,
Yeah.
president is just a term we're all equals.
Okay,
They just assigned it to me because they didn't want it.
yeah,
But as far as that goes, I take care of the rentals. I'll come down and clean. Once in a while, I'll try to help out with weed eating or something, which I haven't done this year, or mowing. I scheduled to have the mower come, they're coming to pick it up this week to do repairs. Filmed a lot of phone calls as well. That's kind of behind the scenes stuff.
Mhm. Well, I'm sure you get like a lot of complaints and things
Yeah,
like that by the
Well, and there's internal business that, you know, with the police department and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll just have to deal
Is
with.
that all three of you deal with that, or
That-
is one in
That's me
particular?
personally.
Typically Michael, but I do have to say that Chief McGann is very good at trying to make sure we all know on situations. He is extremely good at trying to make sure we all know, so none of us get blindsided by a question.
Right.
You know, and that's his thing. He said, you guys need to know, so if you get a phone call, you need to know what happened, so you can answer, you know. As far as me, just whatever. I do whatever I can. I make phone calls quite a bit to the state, trying to figure out, trying to still working on sidewalks. That was my biggest thing, was I wanted sidewalks, and I am,
I was gonna say, you take care of the water.
I take care of the water
testing, right?
samples. I try to keep the park mode when I can keep a mower running. I just got mine going again, so.
One of John's-
I appreciate John coming out and helping me when, you know, I was out there mowing the last time, that's when it messed up. And I seen him over there zipping through and I was like, oh.
Well, he does that so you don't have to get close to the fence and the dogs don't come at you, and then he mowed it all out here the other
I
day.
figured it was him, I didn't know, but I figured it was. And I do appreciate all the help.
Yeah,
She does a lot of the stuff that we just don't do. She does probably 80 to 90% of the weed.
Ellie?
All that, no, Jen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's constantly checking paperwork and looking stuff up. There's a little bit more to it than just,
Dan called me, because apparently he Googles the town of Greensboro, and my name and number is still on there.
who is it?
Some guy, he wanted to know if there was and I gave him your name and number, and he said you reached out to him. He wanted to know if there were any building lots in Greensboro.
Yeah,
And he texted me back and said there was one on East Main Street.
You tell them no.
I don't know what, is he talking about the one where Cheshire had his horse?
no, he's talking about the one behind where the Airbnb is. That property, it's already pending on Realtor.com.
Oh, he sold that again?
Yeah.
Or-
You got it sold?
Yeah, they sold it, and because he contacted me and wanted to know what they could build. I said, anything but a house trailer or a container home.
Yeah.
A new build is fine, a double wide would be okay. I said, but I highly suggest that they bring any plans to a town board meeting and let us approve it.
Well, what do I do to get my name off there? Because I get calls all the time.
I have.
Where did
no
he find it
yeah.
at?
He said he Googled.
Call Google.
I said, well, I was clerk treasurer for 22 years, but I haven't been for what?
It may be a
8 years
case
or
that
so.
you have
But he said,
to,
well, that's, I Googled it, and that's. the
yeah,
name
you may have
where
to
I-
contact Google and tell them, hey, you need to
Take that,
remove me.
change your number.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, how do you contact Google?
Email,
But, so if like if I was to go replace the trailer at the post office, I can put another trailer there, right? Because
It's
there-
grandfathered in.
Yes, because there was one.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was passed when Mary and Larry and all of them was on the board that no mobile homes
but that was a county deal too.
could have been.
Yeah, because J.D. Masters, where his mom lived across the street, he was wanting to put a new mobile home in there, and the county wouldn't let him. So,
And container homes, no container homes either?
That's what we had decided, and I can't think of the people's name that bought that plot originally. It was voted against for them to be able to put a container home in there.
Of course, they've come a long way from what they were back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right, that's why I was
you're not
like,
talking about a barnuminium.
No,
no,
they were storage containers.
those can be pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Kayla made a good point. What about the storage container with the guy that lives 2 doors down from us? I don't think they're living in it.
no,
but
that's for storage. Liz has one for storage. It's no different than a shed.
I just wondered. I say, I didn't think he was living in it. I know
No.
he got air in there, but I think he's just doing his work. in
Yeah.
there.
Like a garage for like a garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would make a good.
There's a few of them in town.
Mhm.
Is that Aaron?
Yeah, I would have had one if you
Aaron
would have
Green?
jacked the price up on them all at once.
If anybody has one that they would like to get rid of, we would love to have one here to put our stuff in.
Hey, we'll just cut a hole through the fence and use ours.
Can you block it off?
You could get anything else in there.
Oh. Well,
Can I ask a question about the post office? I've been putting return to sender on a lot of our mail because we're getting mail from somebody that hasn't had our PO box for 5 years. And they're still putting it back in our mailbox. Do I just need to like go up there?
I would just go in and talk to her.
Okay.
She's super friendly.
I literally put return to sender not at this address.
uh-huh. Is it our mail?
No,
Oh.
it's PO Box 111, which was Cindy and Rob Upchurch, who
Oh.
haven't lived here in years.
Well, I would hope she would just walk it across the street to you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna shred it.
No,
Yes, I
she's
do, I
really
do
nice.
read her.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just
she's
go in there
super
and talk to her.
nice. Yeah.
But if it's got your address, she doesn't, she's probably not even looking at names, she's just looking at the numbers and putting them in.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just knew we kind of went through
I've
it
got
for a minute,
state-
and now we finally have a.
Yeah.
I've got state paperwork that comes to me that wants a physical address.
Yeah.
So underneath it, I put, 155, then I put the post office box. Well, they will not put it on there. She started refusing it. And now I'm getting phone calls going, hey, why haven't you responded to this letter we sent you? And I'm going, I've never received it. Well, no, we received it back. Call the
Well, I
post
think-
office.
I put my PO box and my physical address, and I get stuff.
Yeah, they
Sometimes
don't
it
always.
won't-
Sometimes it'll only do one or the other.
Right.
Sometimes
some
just
places-
leave off the PO and just
Exactly.
put box or just put a number like it's an
She'll see
apartment
it.
number.
Yeah.
I
they-
find ways to bypass it.
Exactly, you gotta finagle it, but it'll accept it some way.
As long as you can get it to say Greensboro and not Middletown.
Right.
Or Nicetown.
Or
Mine's
Nicetown.
It's okay, some of my packages, business packages go to Greensboro, Maryland.
Oh, my God.
Hey, the best one was Misty ordered a bed off of Amazon. They delivered at 155 Main Street, Shirley. Do you know where 155 Main Street, Shirley is? The Malcolm Grass Memorial. They set it out there and drove away.
Oh, my gosh.
Because there was a picture of it sitting
They had a picture.
on the sidewalk.
It was delivered.
Yeah, he delivered it. He just,
So did you guys go over there and get it?
no, somebody else had already got it by then.
Oh, my,
Yeah,
that's so messed up.
of course, you know, it just comes in a box, then you open it and run. But yeah, it was nice.
So we have no town ordinances, basically, we can't really do anything, is that what this boils down to?
We have existing town ordinances. It's not like we don't have any.
And you can.
We have the
can't enforce
existing.
Or they haven't been enforced,
Well,
right?
like the guy with the grass.
Yeah.
What our lawyers and what the sheriff, when we passed these ordinances, said, somebody has to fill out a complaint. If you don't, then it is called selective prosecution, because you're not making everybody in town, like Martin Sneed's place. You know, if you're gonna enforce it on him, you have to enforce it on everybody else who is in violation. If somebody doesn't make a complaint, the town just can't go and say, okay, you know,
Yeah, that
You're in
sounds like
violation.
an HOA. Somebody just goes around and nitpicks your place.
Right.
But if somebody fills out the form where we can process it through the legal way, it's different.
So if somebody goes and they file a complaint, then it's gonna be followed up, and then letters
Yes.
and letters, and then actually something done?
So once,
Because I know in the past, letters have been delivered, and then it stops at that point.
well, the first thing is somebody on the town board has to go and speak to him verbally.
a verbal warning and then a written.
Yes.
And then a fine.
Yes, so I mean, are we actually going to pursue things at this point?
I mean, the guy that had the trash or dumps, whatever it was,
Yeah.
sitting out in front of his house.
Yeah.
I mean, we followed procedure and he, I think someone had to assist him move it because he never did, but,
Yeah.
but the police chief did go and, talk to him. And I know you did, I think you did too, so.
The biggest thing will be on the fine side,
Mhm,
if they try to come back towards us
mhm.
and us not having a lawyer.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest hiccup. Hopefully it wouldn't come to that.
I'm
but-
definitely not talking about liens on property or anything like that, because I don't want to see anybody lose their
Right,
house.
and
That's
that's
not a cool thing to
that's
go.
how it works though.
And I get that,
When we
but
fine
I mean-
them, it goes through the county that way.
But do you have to attach the lien to their property? You know, like in a,
The attorney, I think, would be responsible for that. We don't have that authority, I don't think.
Yeah.
but as the town, the attorney that you would use.
Well, I think it
you
would be the county prosecutor, it goes to the county prosecutor.
Uh-huh.
So at
I
that
went up
point,
and
it
put a
comes out
lien
of
on
our hands.
somebody's one time. I
You know,
forget who it was.
Once it's filed
Yeah,
and it goes to them,
then he does what he
then
does.
they do what they have to do.
But if you had an attorney that you hired, the town hired, then you can say, this is not what we want to do, but
Yeah, you can, I mean, but that would be no different than just sending the letter out, you know, as the council,
yeah.
as a
Be fine
representative of the
with it.
town and say, hey, this is the process we're gonna have to go to if you can't meet the
Right,
requests. You know, and then eventually it can get to the financial part where we would
Right.
have to bring a lawyer in to,
I mean, I could see like fines and then, you know, making them pay all that or whatever, but not going to the, like, attaching a lien on someone else. But I mean, if that's the fact that it had to get that way, then it
I'm just
would.
gonna state my unpopular 2 cents here as a resident of the town. Control what you can control in your life is my opinion. That grass growing up there ain't hurting me none, no matter if I don't like to look at it or not. I mean, you wanna be a good neighbor, you should be a good neighbor and not bother people with your music or whatever, but at the end of the day, you can't control other people, so, you know, you can also go about your own life and not
I do
hassle
too.
other people when it's not really affecting you.
and
I get that,
don't
absolutely,
disagree,
but it
but
does
it is kind of
affect
an
people.
eyesore.
It is.
It
Especially
does
for
affect
you, because
people.
it's, right there.
Especially for me, but I'm not the one complaining.
I know.
No, it's others that are complaining and they're worried about their property value, which I get that as well.
Because
Um,
property values in Greensboro are so high to begin with.
It's,
Yeah.
It doesn't affect them, I mean, if that, it is a legit, it is a legit thing for some people, it might not be for you, might not be for me, but it might be for somebody else. So,
it's, at the
Okay,
end
I
of the
found
day,
it, I found it, I found it.
40,000.
at the end of the day, we're not gonna make everybody happy.
Well, no,
You
I
know,
know, I get
it's-
that, but.
It's,
Any
it's
person who
tough.
permits
And
a
the
loud,
town's
unusual, continuous,
resources
and
are limited.
offensive noise or sound that shall be offensive or disturbing to the general neighborhood. The town may notify any person in violation of that section to abate such nuisance. If the nuisance is not abated within 7 actual days after such notice, the council may, in its discretion, cause same to be removed.
So are you gonna remove it?
Yeah,
Well, that, I think that pertains to the other things like the garbage and stuff. But
So there is no repercussion?
That's what I'm getting at. like,
because I mean, we can't go in and take her stereo.
Right.
You're grounded.
You're grounded.
Yeah,
No
we
more
would get a
stereo.
major lawsuit. Now, this is, the website, the ordinance as of 2025 off the website.
And whatever is on that, it's been stated several times that that is the only things that the town is enforcing, whatever is on that packet right there. That's all we're going by, can't you see?
But it's still a violation of an ordinance.
What section is that in, Mary?
It's,
So the ones, if you're only going by certain ones or whatever, is that ones that are posted that people can see?
They were when we had a website.
That was the website was up.
I'm pretty sure I've put them on the Gabber before, but I can do it again.
Yeah.
We're checking on that right as we speak.
well, I live too far away, I never hear it. Because these are newer ones, they're not, these are the original ones that we have.
This is like any person who permits loud, unusual, continuous, and offensive noise or sound that shall be offensive or disturbing to the general neighborhood. that was in 25.
Relevant.
And that's based on everybody's opinion of nuisance is different,
Yeah,
you know,
So when you have several people,
people.
because there's
Making the
somebody
same
up on
objection.
Main Street, and I don't know, or on the main drag, somebody that lives over in there that screams and yells at the top of their lungs and all,
Somebody like that on my end of town too.
and I'm like, that's offensive and annoying.
Somebody who wants to come down to my end of town to do that.
I never pay attention to anybody.
I mean, I can hear, I can be sitting on my front porch and hear them screaming and yelling at somebody, and I'm like,
Somebody else has said something about that to me, but I didn't know who they were talking about.
I don't know where it's at, I just know it's over there in that group, and I can hear them screaming and yelling and carrying on. It's like,
Nobody's talking.